everything. Hey guys, it's Maymay and my trusty sidekick.
Vinny is back today.
I like calling him my trusty sidekick. He's kind of become the sidekick. How are you guys doing today? Come on in, come on in. Are we late?
I really don't. Yes, you are late. I really don't know how I feel about being the sidekick, but
No, sometimes you don't like it. You know what? In this room, you're the sidekick. How about
in
that?
this room, I am the sidekick.
Only in this room. I
am the entertainment people.
I'm going to warn you guys, I do not have my computer set up for me to see comments. So I'm going to need y'all stay on Benny so he can tell me what y'all are saying to me.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you telling them to stay on top of me so much.
Also, excuse Vinny's voice.
I just sound a little froggy.
He's a little froggy this week.
I could sing some mean bass today. Hello.
I was
Here
going
you
to say,
go.
do Daddy sing bass?
Daddy sing bass.
Mama sang too.
There it is, people.
Okay, you have to do it. You have to finish it. Look what we're making today. I am in love with this little fan. I think this is so perfect for your 4th of July celebrations, for, as Rachel said, this is perfect. Rachel said summer weddings. Can you imagine laying a basket full of these out and everybody getting one? And you could even, let me show you this real quick. If you did it with a pale enough piece of paper, you could, before you fold and everything, you could print something like, you know, thanks for attending our wedding from the bride and groom or something. And then there's a sentiment whenever they open it. Now, not my idea. I did not create this idea, but I found them on Pinterest, but I couldn't find a tutorial that explained them 100%. So I came into the craft room this morning and I figured it out. So we're going to make this together today. I think it's super cute.
I think it's going to be super cute.
Think they're going to like it?
Isn't it great to be back live with everybody after we've been gone for so long?
It is. It is nice, but I enjoyed my vacation. I enjoyed my time
nice.
off.
We are glad to be back hanging out with you guys, and we're glad you missed us.
This is a 12 by 12 piece of paper, and it is from the Wedding Bliss pack. Now, let me just tell y'all, because I know you're going to want it. There are 9 left in stock of the 12 by 12.
Yeah, not a whole lot.
And
about 6 or 7 of the 6 by 6s.
So if you want this pack, go grab it. It's incredible. It's got foil, like those cakes have foil on them, but you can't see the shimmer, but it's on there. And we're going to use a piece of that today. And I'm going to cut the little, what do you call this little, I don't know, this little extra piece. I'm going to cut that away so we can have a 12 by 12 piece of paper. Now, I normally tell you measure to 12, but I'm not really stressed because this project is very super forgiving. You're going to need your trimmer again, so keep it handy. But to save time, I like to do my scoring all at the same time. I do not like to cut into strips and then score because I feel like it takes so much longer to do that. Look how gorgeous this paper is. Oh my gosh. Let me see if the back, you might can see the scoring better on the back. Let me do it that way for now. All right, scoring tool. 12 by 12 scoreboard is what I'm using. I'm going to score every 1 inch, okay? So big folds on this one. Super easy, I promise. This is the easiest. You could really push these out. And a suggestion I would make, you know how whenever you go to the craft store, the not us kind of store, but the one where you stand there and you see that wall full of paper and you don't know what to do with any of it and you just think, I want to own it because it's so pretty. That's what this is for. If you wanted to make a bunch of like matchy fans, go buy, you know, I don't know, if you need to make 50 fans, you need 50 sheets. It takes 1 sheet of 12 by 12 to make a fan. So that's the perfect way to do it. Or if you have some laying around and you just want to play and try it out, which I want to challenge you to do. Try it out. It's super fun. So every inch, we scored all the way down the page. Now what we're going to do is go back to our trimmer. With my score lines like this, I want to turn them. Okay, so now my score lines go horizontally across the page. Make sure you do that because your score lines need to be in this direction. Okay, so now I've turned it 1 time. I'm going to put this into my trimmer and I'm going to cut this at 4 inches, which is one thing I love about the Cricut trimmer. If you put your paper in right to the edge, it's 4 inches. You don't have to open the arm to do a 4-inch cut. So there's my first 4-inch strip. I'm going to cut it again at 4 inches. So basically we're going to get 3 4-inch strips of paper that are already scored. See, isn't that nice? Do your scores ahead of time. Can you see my score marks? Perfect. All right, then. Any questions? I'm probably going to ask a lot because I don't have my computer to look. So interrupt me if you have questions or anything.
I will. Everybody's just glad to have us back. And just saying hello from all over the world.
Sweet.
A couple of folks really liked the paper, said it was pretty.
So pretty.
Love the fan idea.
Do you see this at the top? See this little frilly edge? I did that. I'm a border punch. I'm a punch collector. I love punches.
Could you not say punch hoarder?
Hoarder is probably. I have lots
More
of punches,
accurate.
but I collect them. So see this one right here? I use this one on this fan. It's just a Martha Stewart punch. Hint: Michaels usually has these on clearance really cheap, so grab them up. This one I thought is beautiful, and I just bought it and haven't even punched it yet, and I thought we'd try it on the next fan. It may be a little too dainty, but I'll test that out for you so you won't have to figure that out the hard way.
Diana, I don't think I have a cold. I think I just have allergies. It's that time of the year for me. But lots of sinus issues and drainage and all that good stuff. I didn't even come to work yesterday. My cough was so bad.
He had a chair day, so I told him have a chair day.
I had a chair day, but I'm back today.
All right, for this part, look, I don't even care. I'm like, move on.
I know. I see how you treat me.
Who made you take the day off?
My fans are, checking on me.
Who made you take the day off?
You did.
That's right.
Thank you.
Okay. I made him stay under a blanket. I'm a decent wife. I'm not the worst. There's been worse.
Who loves you, baby?
You love me. Okay, so I'm going to take my border punch and I'm going to put it kind of in the middle of the paper. So if you need to be specific, you can count your score lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put that 6th one in the middle, which is not centered because really I think the center is, no, that's the center. Okay, so now I'm going to punch in the middle first. I like to do this with all my papers, start in the middle. Then I'm going to roll this out here to the side. Do you know how to use a border punch? Do I need to explain border punches?
You probably should, just to make sure everybody knows that.
Okay, so here's what happens with a border punch. Let me cut this end, then I'll bring it up and show you. This is the prettiest punch. I love this. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Okay, ooh, look at this. That looks like a holly leaf, y'all. Look at that. That's, I don't like to get rid of my leftovers. I like to know what they do too. Okay, so how to use a border punch. So I'm going to tell you as if Vince is sitting here and he doesn't know how to use it. So do you see these pretty little designs all the way across the border? Right? What you do is you make your first punch, and I did that in the middle. Then on either side, you come out and you line up that design so that it fills in the pattern. See how I filled it in? But if I moved it over, it wouldn't be filled in. See how it's kind of sloppy looking like that? So you want to put that design on top and fill in the pattern. Then you can punch. And we'll keep going. You just keep doing it. You just line up that border punch on the last one, or at the other end, and then keep going.
Do you know how to turn on the closed caption?
Yes. If you're on an, matter of fact, if you're in the chat, I think Tamitha can describe that. There are people who can describe it and do it, but it depends on what technology you're on. If you're on just a computer, you can use the little wheel at the bottom of the screen, and you can turn on, oh, I cut this crooked. I hope this doesn't matter. You can turn on the closed caption there. And if you're on an iPad, I think it's a little different. Maybe someone in the comments could type and help out that question. It's hard for me to describe it without knowing where she's at too. So, all right, I'm gonna keep punching. Now, I am only punching one side of these 4-inch strips, and it doesn't matter which side, as long as it's the one you want to be the top. This will be the top of your fan. These are, I love this.
Who makes that punch?
Martha Stewart.
Martha Stewart. That's not one that we carry in the store.
Not yet. If I can get it, I love this one. I think we should have it. I try to carry punches that I think are unique, or maybe sometimes I'll grab up stuff that's discontinued just so y'all can grab them before they're gone. And I think some of Martha's stuff is doing that. So I'm going to look for this one. I really like it. This is beautiful. It almost reminds me of a pearl necklace. Doesn't it, with the little...
These folks are loving this deep voice.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I called him yesterday to check on him from work, and he answered the phone, and I said, "Oh, you sound awful." He went, "Oh, thanks."
What's the name of that punch? What's it called?
Don't know.
Is it on the back of it somewhere?
It's probably not, and I throw packaging away. Is it on the back of the paper? No, it's not.
Not the paper.
I know,
I
I did that.
Punch.
Let's see. There's a patent number, and that's it. No name on there. I would think it's probably, I don't have any idea. We can try to find it and try to link it, but do a search for Martha Stewart punches on like Amazon or even eBay. Sometimes people will have them that they're getting rid of that are discontinued. All right, so see what we did? We have 4-inch scored punched strips. Now we can fold. This is so easy, but here's what I want you to do. It doesn't matter which side is the front. I actually think I want this to be the front because I love this black. It really doesn't matter because you can turn it around. It's going to work both sides. That is important to make sure you're using a double-sided paper so it'll work on both sides. All I want you to make sure of is whatever side you start on, fold away from you first and make sure you do that on all the pieces, okay? That is the most important part, is make sure whichever side you start on, start the same on all the pieces and fold away from you on all the pieces. This is important. So I'm going to fold this guy down. Do you remember doing these in school? Did you make fans out of paper when you were in school?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to remember back then, but yes.
This frilly edge might be a little much. It's beautiful though. Look at that. It's going to be gorgeous. All right, so once I've got it all folded, it's a little unwieldy, okay? So you want to hold it in place while you crease. So give it a good hold. Don't let it kind of shift around on you. You'll see what I mean when you do that in person. So there's that, if it'll help you out. See how much I care?
I've got a cough drop. But
oh, I just want to give you some water just in case you needed it.
Thank you, dear.
So same thing. Start on the same side. Fold away from you every time. That's what matters. When you first start, make sure you fold away from you with whichever side you want to be the front. You'll see why that matters in a second. I think these are super fun to make, and I think they're quick. Now I'm taking my time because I'm on camera and I want you guys to be able to watch every step. But you could push these out in no time. And if you have kids, this is a craft they can totally help you with. So cute. All right, one more to fold. Any questions? I've been talking a lot.
Mostly just chat back and forth. Terry says she thinks that punch is called beaded lace.
Could be. Sounds right.
And then Griselle says she found some Martha Stewart punches at Tuesday morning.
Yep. I'm a punch hoarder. I find them wherever I can get them. I used to buy mine at TJ Maxx, but a lot of people tell me they've stopped selling them there. But I never get to go shopping anymore, so I don't know. I never get out of the house much, huh? I need to get out of the house. All right, so we've got these pieces, right? Now we need to make them one long piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use hot glue. You can use whatever glue you're comfortable with. I just thought the hot glue made this really quick, and if you're doing this with kids, you might want to use a sticky glue like art glitter glue or even Elmer's. It's paper. It'll work just fine. I just had the hot glue. You will need to hot glue them to the stick, so at some point the kids will have to bow out on the project if they can't use a hot glue gun, because you will need to hot glue them to the stick. All right, so I hot glued that to make one long piece. I'm going to do the same thing here.
Cassandra asked, what's your favorite brand? She says she dislikes Fiskars. I'm not exactly sure if she's talking about
punches.
Glue gun or punches. Or
punches. I am not picky about brand too much. I'm looking at my punches to look. I have Fiskars, EK Success, Tonic, Stampin' Up. I'm not picky about them. I'm looking at them, and the only ones I'm picky about, there's some I don't prefer, and Fiskars carries them. It's the ones that are the punch through the page ones. I don't love those. Those didn't work very well for me. Although I've been told by many people in the comment section of my video that I used it wrong. Well, I tried that thing every way everybody said, and it didn't work. So, all right, now this is pivotal. This little piece of paper, and it doesn't have to be solid black. I just went into my scrap and got it. This is 1 inch by 4 inch, okay? If you want this fan to work, you have to do this part, and it's super easy. But this is where the kids need to bow out if they're not good at using hot glue guns. I'm going to take this hot glue, and I'm going to run some down here, just covering this. This is kind of like bookbinding, okay? Just putting that hot glue on, and I'm going to kind of eyeball center this piece onto here, and then I'm going to wrap it around, but I want that to stay glued like this. I'm sealing this together, okay? So I'm gonna let that get good and catched before I keep going. Good and catched.
Do you have a preference on glue guns as far as what's your favorite, or?
At this, all right, I had a favorite.
What's the best one in your opinion?
I had a favorite, and I did a video on it, and I loved it. And I used it for 2 years without ever having to replace it. This glue is so hot, it's been plugged up all morning. I'm letting this really dry, or really cool. I got in trouble for saying let hot glue dry. Did you know that? Because it doesn't dry, it cools. I know, I fixed it.
Wow.
Okay, so.
Technical much, huh?
It was, look, I'm sorry, I was wrong. It cools. Anyway, I had one that I loved, and I did a review on it, and I still love that I still stand behind the fact that I love it. I'm trimming this to make this match the other side roughly. It was a little too long. And it was an AdTech Pro 100, and it came from Harbor Freight. Walmart carried them. Everybody carried them. Well, I left it running, like I left it plugged up, and the hot glue inside melted down into the body of the glue gun. It was my fault for leaving it on too long, and the glue ended up getting into the handle because I left it running so long. It just melted the glue. Well, I went back to Walmart and I picked this one up for $4 because I liked my last AdTech, and I gotta be honest, this guy's great. It does drip, but that's how much. It's been on all day, and there it is. It's been on all morning because I've been working on these little fans, getting the plan right for the show today. I love it. It's an AdTech high temp. Oh, it's only high temp. I didn't realize it was just high temp. But I'm used to glue guns, so I'm not scared of a high temp. You might not want to have that, but I like it. These AdTechs seem to work good. Work well is the word well. I'm sure it is.
I'm thankful for our admins.
Oh, are they working hard?
They are working very hard.
See this? I'm using my bone folder to squish that glue down so I'm not burning my finger. That's a tip, right? You get so much more than just a craft with Maymay, right? All these tips.
And
you get Vinny.
You get those from experience, right?
You do, because you burn yourself enough.
They will avoid some of the tragedies that you've experienced in crafting.
You burn yourself enough and you go, what can I use? There's all kinds of tools for this.
Did you learn them all from you, or did you learn some of them from your mother?
Oh, yes. Hot glue mistakes, I learned how to correct those from Mom. Okay, so you see how this is going to work now because it's kind of bound together with the hot glue? See that? It's working really well. Okay, now for the fun part. Well, I think this is all fun. This one is really fun. This is tongue depressors.
Oh,
so look at your throat. I don't want to see it.
You probably don't want to.
Tongue depressors. I got these at Walmart in the crafting section, but I want to clarify and make sure everybody hears this, okay? If you have a Dollar Tree, they carry them. If you have a Michael's, they carry them. If you have a Dollar General, pick your store. I use Walmart. A lot of people remind me about Dollar Tree, but my Dollar Tree's not so great, so I go to Walmart a lot. Here's what you're going to do with these, okay? You think you're going to put them down here because that makes sense, but oh no, it won't work if you put them down here.
You got to put them on the other.
You got to put them at the top. That's the trick. Because when I first put it on, I glued it on the wrong way. Just be honest.
It didn't close, did it?
Wouldn't close. I was like, well, that was stupid. So I'm going to run some glue up one side. I'm just going to pick where I want my tongue depressor to live. Somewhere like that. Doesn't matter because we're going to match it up on the other end. Then I'm just going to let that dry like so. No, cool. Just like this. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. And just do your best to match it. So a little glue. Like so. Another tongue depressor or crafts. I think these are called craft sticks now. I don't think they even, when you buy them in the craft store. And I'm looking to line them up. They don't have to be perfect. But, you know.
When you first got those out, did it not make you want to just go,
No, but it did you.
It didn't happen to you?
No.
You mean that only happened to me? Nobody else felt
only
the
you.
need to go,
Only you. All right, so.
Nothing I hate worse than a tongue
Are y'all
depressor.
ready to see how this works?
Sorry for my commentary.
You ready to see? I'm ignoring you. That's what I do most of the time.
I know.
What's this?
Thanks for sharing.
Look at this, guys.
Voila!
How cute and simple is this project? Totally Pinterest inspired. I don't know. There were so many. There were a bunch on Pinterest. But now you get the dilemma of how to close it. Now, I had several ideas, okay? One was if you got those little mini hair ties, those little tiny rubber bands, that would be cute if you hot glued one here and maybe put a ribbon or a bow on top of it and then it would just wrap around. But I don't have any of those here. So I went to Rachel. She's in the front and she was working. I said, Rachel, let's put on our thinking caps. And she had a great idea and I'm going to show you what we came up with. So she said, what if you put a button? Y'all know I love my buttons. So I went into my button stash, okay? And here's what I did the first time. And I don't think it was a perfect, let me find mine. Here it is. I don't think it was perfect. So I hot glued a button and I left a gap for my baker's twine to wrap around, and it works fine like that, but it's hard to get the gap just right. I'm going to show you another trick for that. But if you do it like this, just leave, put a good dollop of hot glue in there so the button doesn't go flat down, and then you can have room for your twine to go through. Then when you open it, you want to have another button on the other side so you can do the same thing. This does work. It works just fine, but I think I have another plan that'll work just a tiny bit better. I'm going to add one of these guys. I think a foam square will give us just the right distance, and it will allow me to be able to push it down really well. So I'm going to come down here. Oh, Got to get my baker's twine cut. I cut the twine first, and I just cut like 7 inches. You don't need as much as I cut, actually. One thing you do want to do is tie a knot in one end, because if you don't, it will unravel all the way up. So I just kind of tied a low knot down here. So if it does unravel, it'll stop at the knot, and we don't really care about that part. And then I'm going to put some hot glue right here, just a bead. Okay. Then I'm going to lay this twine in it, just the end there, and let it catch it. The button's going to hide that anyway, so I'm not going to stress too much about it. Just like so. Then on this side, I'm going to put a foam square on it just to see how this works. This is how I test things for you guys. I'm putting it into the hot glue. I think that'll be great, just to give us just enough gap. I'm going to press it down into that hot glue. Peel off that backer, the little backer piece, like so. Add a little more hot glue to the top. Now I'll be able to press down on this button as much as I want, and it won't flatten out. So this way I can get that glue to come up through the center pieces of that button, because that's what holds it on. With the hot glue, if you let it bleed through those little holes, it'll hold everything in place real well. Now if you don't have foam squares, just use a piece of chipboard or even another button, a smaller button underneath. So that would work just fine. All right, so there's that one. Just like so. See how that's on there? And now we have a little gap underneath. And it's hot glued on. It'll be fine. It will stay. And then on the other side of it, I'm going to do the same thing, but this time I don't have to add the baker's twine. I'm just going to use some glue. Like so. Add a foam square. Like so. It's going to be tough in this glue. Let's try it. Like, there we go. Let that glue catch that. Then peel that backer piece off. You can let it dry, let it cool in between. I'm trying to be in a hurry. Let me just do it with this with this pokey tool. There we go. All right, and then press that down a little more in that glue. Put a little on top and squish the button on. And I think this is super cute, but there's lots of ways to do this. Do what works for you. You know, you might come up with something even more brilliant. I personally think if I had been where I could get the little mini hair ties, I would have used that.
But you don't have to use the foam squares, right?
No, I didn't on the first one. I didn't on the first one. I wanted to try this. Yeah, I didn't. I just wanted to see if this made this a little easier. Okay, so I need to let that cool longer than I'm letting it cool. But when you close it like this, you can wrap this around. See, that gives you a lot more space, and it locks really well. Look. Stays, right? Then unravel it, okay? Then when you open the fan, the other button is there, so you can wrap the twine and wrap the twine around the button. And look, and then it stays. It's super cute, isn't it?
Very cute.
I mean, I think you can make so many of these for weddings. I also think for the 4th of July, if you have people over to your house, maybe you're hosting the 4th of July this year, this would be adorable to have a whole bunch of these in red, white, and blue, maybe in a basket. So when people are sitting on the back porch, they're like, oh, this heat. Woo. That's what we say, right?
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, this heat. It's not so much the heat as it is the humidity. You want to talk like Southerners?
The humidity here is just horrible.
And if it weren't for the mosquitoes, if we could just get rid of the mosquitoes, you know, they just kill me in this humidity. Nowadays, there's new conversations. This is the new South. Ready for this? Those mosquitoes, you know, John got West Nile. I swear, that is the new front porch talk, right?
You're so much.
It didn't go well, I'm telling y'all. That's the new talk, like avoid skeeters. Okay, there you go, guys. There's your fan. I think it's cool.
That's right. Perfect for hot flashes.
If you have personal summers, make yourself a personal fan. That's exactly right. Vinny don't know about personal summers, and honestly, I don't either yet. I'll be honest.
I feel like I have them fairly regular.
So...
But I think it's the blood pressure pill.
Could be. There you go, guys. I think this is a super fun one. I'm going to unplug my hot glue gun. So if
somebody said that you could even put a charm on the end of the string.
Oh, yeah. Do that. That'd be cute. Do anything you want. You can put something here as long as you glue it in such a way that it stays out of the way a little bit. Because it does have to have motion there in the middle. But, yeah, put a charm on it. Anything you want. But this is cute because, like, it's easy to hold in your hand. It's easy to put in your purse. you know, it's perfect for gift giving. What if you stamped something on here? Like, look, like if you have these little sentiment stackers, which I adore. Here's mine. What if we wanted to put, oh, this is cute. Let's do this one. Create your own ending. You could totally, and I would stamp before you put it together. But y'all know me. I'm going to do things in a way I shouldn't. Let's get some VersaFine because it's a good, rich, thick ink. Ink this dude up.
Someone also suggested that you could paint the sticks gold.
Yep. Whatever you want to do. It's your world. This is never going to
Gravy
stamp.
asked, do you have to use twine? But of course you don't have to.
It's stamped.
You can use any kind of string, right? It doesn't have to be craft twine.
Look at that. Christopher's going to love this. He's all about Southern things. This will get him. He'll love this. No, use what you want to use. Use what you got. Use what you want to use. What else have I got on here? Let's do...
Charlotte, who had to have surgery, baby? I see you're in a hospital surgical waiting room.
Let's do this. This one just says smile. I would totally stamp these before.
Well, there's another idea. Terrence said you couldn't you stain those with the oxide ink before you
Yes, do whatever you want to do. Yes. Have fun. Paint them, stain them, ink them. You can use ink. Look at that. That's cute. I like this. I love to stamp. I'll tell you something I love to do on this raw wood is to stamp with Versamark and then clear emboss on raw wood. I think that's so pretty. It looks real classy. So if you wanted these to be like fancy, I would think this would be cool. Stamp these with like a paisley or a floral stamp and then heat emboss them and they look fancy and rich. That'd be so cool. Love it.
Oh, and if you had a stamp that said, stay cool, y'all.
Oh, that's so cute.
I know that was somebody's idea. We might need to do that.
Well, there it is. There's the fun for today. I want to let you guys know that my plan as of now, a lot of you have been asking me, is to make this card that was sent to us. This card was sent to me from, where's her name at? It's not on the back. No, it is. Melody. This was sent to me from Melody Gingler.
Wow.
And I love it. And you guys have been asking. This is my plan. This will be Thursday's project. Thursday's live project. I think we can do this live. No problem. So keep on the watch for that. Yes, sir.
Charlotte's daughter had cornea transplant today.
Oh, wow.
But she said it went good.
Well, I'm glad it went well. So there you go. I love this project. There's a couple things I wanted to show y'all that came in today for the store. I like to do that at the end of the project. So if you're not interested, you don't have to stick around. I'm going to show you this one first. These are in the store now. If they're not, they will be in a minute. I grabbed them right out of the box. These are those Illustrated Faith pens. Let me zoom. These are the, they're called Illustrated Faith Bible pens. I know you're going to ask me, do they bleed through? I do not know, but I feel like they might because they are ink. I don't know that for sure. Let me see what they say on the back. When I first started using a journaling Bible, my first need was a perfect pen. You guys, I cannot get enough of the precision pens. They don't bleed through my Bible's pages. I can doodle on top of my paint. I seriously own way more than I'm willing to admit. They are for sure one of my favorite things of all times. This precision pack of 2 pens includes a 0.25 millimeter detail tip and a 0.65 millimeter. And I gotta be honest with y'all, that 0.65 is pretty cool. Let me show y'all what it looks like. I need something to write on.
Can you just use a piece of scrap paper?
Let me find a piece that'll work. Here we go. Get my hand up here in this little scrap hole. Well, come on. Okay. So this one is the thicker. Look how, let me do this. Let me show you how thick this tip is. Right there. Look how thick this tip is. That's pretty cool, right? I love it. So if we wanted to write Bible journaling, I'll just write Bible. And look, if you wanted to do, you know, fancy letters. I don't know. I'm just playing. But you could do, you know, fancier. I love this thicker nib, the 0.65, and then the 0.25 is thin and fine line. Ooh, it's really fine. Let me show you all this up close. It is super fine. So that's that package of pens. I had so many people request that we get these in. So I've not used them in my Bible journal. I've not tested them, but I love them. Then this. Oh my word, y'all. This is one of my favorites. This is double color. I gotta show you this. It is as cool as I thought it would be. So first off, it's these neon-y colors. Look how pretty this page is. Just this page, these colors are so yummy. But I want to show you this. Do you see how this card is made where it's one color on the inside and one color on the outside? Yeah, this will stretch your card making, because watch this. So this is the yellow. I think you get 5 sheets of each. So here's the yellow, right? But when you look at the other side, it's orange. So look at that. So if you make a card and you wanted it yellow on one side and orange on the other, so cool. Here's the green. And on one side it's lime green. On the other, oh wait, that's pretty similar. Oh, I should do it like that. Look at those colors. Pretty similar green in camera, but not in here. It's brighter here. So there's the green. Maybe I should do them like that and show you. I will from here on out. So this is the pink on this side. And on the other side, if I flip them over, let me just flip if I can get it loose here. Look, it's red. How cool, right? I love this. And there's that. And then there's purple. No, this is blue. One color blue. And then there's, when you flip it over, it's this color blue. Look, it's the same sheet. That's just cool. I love that. Questions? I know we're going kind of quick through it.
Oh, people just talking about the product.
Look, that is so cool. I just think we could do a lot with this. You know how sometimes we'll make projects where we don't want them to be the same color on the inside, especially an easel card? And I really was thinking this. Look, if you do this, this easel card works that it's black on the inside. But if you're making an easel card and you wanted like a different color inside there, totally get that with this. It's cool. Those are in the store. We didn't get a whole lot. I wanted to get those and test them and see what I thought. I think they're a little expensive. They're $8.99 a pack, so be warned about that. But I think this will be one of those papers that I would not grab just to try something. I would know I want to use this paper. Also, it's 70 pound, so it's not 65 pound. I guess having 2 colors makes it be a tiny bit thicker. But to me, it doesn't feel thicker. It almost feels not as thick, but it says it's 70 pound. Oh, you know what? It's medium 70 pounds, so it's not like a cover stock. It's not as thick as like a card base normally is. So just be mindful of that when you get it. All right, that's all I had to show you from the store. On Thursday, we already have some goodies for Across the Miles that have shown up. I'm excited about that.
Our friend Chatterchop said hello.
Hello, Chatterchops. I don't have my computer to read comments, so you'll have to tell Vince to tell me if there's something I need to know.
Yeah, you're doing good.
So if we're caught up, we'll go and not have an hour-long video, because some people don't love my hour-long videos. I think this is adorable. Oh,
Well, we were selling the 110-pound white cardstock, but now all of a sudden we can't get it.
but we do have another option coming. It's actually an exciting thing, and I don't want to tell you. I really can't tell you yet, but we have another option coming. I think you guys are gonna like. I think my Maymay fans are gonna like it.
I think they will too.
Yeah, should be really soon. I should be getting some updates real quick on that too. So we're gonna get cardstock that you guys can get all the time, because we have to. It's hard to find good cardstock, especially not for everyone. People tell me I get mine at Walmart. Absolutely, some places can go to Walmart. Some of my friends can't go to Walmart, so we're gonna try to make sure we get some for everybody. All right, if there's no questions,
Everybody's been just rocking right along.
I think we're probably ready. There's nothing new. Is there anything new going on in this? Anything they need to know about? What? No. We're pretty chill. Oh, Vinny's Vittles will be back this Saturday. He did take the day off. The Bible study, Bible study and Bible journaling will be back. We're back from vacation, so.
Yep. And we will be getting the new oxide inks. They are on order, and my understanding is they should be shipping to us next week. But you know,
Gosh.
that could all change.
I think
But
the other
we
way
hope
works
so.
better. Also, here's some stuff. We've got a lot of Christmas stuff. In the works. We may have 4 or 5 Christmas sets released. Possibly 5. You guys are going to be excited about that. There's a lot of stuff going on for Christmas in July. I'm working on putting a calendar together so you guys can kind of see what I'm going to be doing. But I can't promise that I can get that done, because sometimes I have to switch stuff around. But I'm working on that too. So maybe you guys will have a little heads up of what we're doing. But July is all about Christmas for me.
Do you know about how many sticks come in that pack? That was a question from
In this?
Nancy.
I don't know. I don't know. Probably.
20 or 30?
Probably 50. Yeah. I mean, that's 10 right there, and I've used some of them. Maybe 30.
What about graphic 45 paper? Is that a paper that we're going to carry?
We can. I haven't because of its price point a lot of times. My customers don't love to pay that $19 a pack. But I mean, I love graphic 45 paper. So let me say this. If there's something you want, email either Vinny at Maymay Made It or info at Maymay Made It. That's the best way to do it. Let us know what you want.
Michelle asked, can they pre-order the oxides? And we don't do pre-orders.
We don't pre-order. Let me tell you exactly why. When we got the email that we would be getting the inks, this is what was said to us. We don't know how many you'll get. We don't know when you'll get them. We don't know if you'll get the first batch, the second batch. Stuff like that, especially when it's that popular, they ship out as like first come, first serve orders. Although we don't know what number order we're in. We don't have a clue how many we're getting. So we can't do that. I mean, we could, but what might happen is the same thing would happen to you. If we did pre-orders, then you might be in the first 10 or have to wait for the next batch. It's just too much. Just know we will have them.
And we had a lot of questions about international shipping. We do ship all over the world. It's expensive, but we do it, and we only charge what we are charged to ship it. So there's not any padding in there to make it easier for us. So it's just outrageous, and there's nothing I can do about that. Let's see.
There's always a customs charge mostly too.
Yeah.
I've learned that if you spend over $25, you're probably going to get a customs charge, and we have no control over that, and we don't cover those for you. We don't pay for those, so please be mindful of that, because so many people, I feel so sorry for them, they'll order and then their package will be sitting at the post office because there's a $20 or $30 customs charge, and we have no control over that.
Well, I mean, that's like when we go on a cruise. If we buy a bunch of stuff, when we come back in, you have to pay the duty taxes.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's part of it. Hugged by a Card wants to know, will one of the new Christmas sets be a stamp club?
If you're in the scripture club, there's a good chance you're getting a Christmas set. I've had this thought through prayer, and I'm excited about this idea. So if you're in the scripture club, there's a good chance your July set's going to be a Christmas set. If you're not, it won't be. However, all the sets will be available to everybody in the club and out of the club. I don't do the original club, the first of the month club. Those are never holiday specific sets. They might have a sentiment in them. They might say Merry Christmas, or they might say something just one place, like Happy Easter, but the set will never be specific to a holiday. That way, if you don't believe like I do, you can still be part of the club and not have to worry about getting stamp sets you can't use, so, or that don't speak to you. Yeah.
There you go. Makes good sense.
Who's going on the cruise with us? It's getting close. I want y'all to sign up if you were able to. It's getting close. Also, Crazy Crafter Con. Go check out our what is it? Our community calendar on our, or not our community, but our events calendar on the website. See if there's anything you want to be a part of. There's some cool stuff going on.
You know, I wish the international shipping wasn't so high, but man, it's just outrageous. I mean, I have to pay it to send it to you guys, so it's just high. I wish it wasn't.
Shipping's high in the U.S. too. I mean, I know not in comparison, I understand, but I mean, when you think about one stamp set costs $2.75 to ship, one stamp set. So I mean, it's expensive here too.
Wow,
not like
it's
that.
only 83 days to the cruise.
Holy cow! I got to get my dieting gear.
Renee Stevens pointed that out.
I got to lay off the carbs.
Crazy Crafter Con is going to be a craft show.
It's actually it's pretty much Cricut, and it's really Cricut heavy. Go check them out online. There's links from our website to them from our calendar. There's all kinds of different kind of technical classes, like if you want to learn Inkscape, if you want to learn how to put vinyl on things, heat press, a lot of stuff like that. And we will have a booth there, and we will have a meet and greet. It's in Mobile. You don't have to pay to attend the meet and greet. If you want to come meet us, you're welcome to. If you want to shop at our vendor booth, it's my understanding you can shop at our booth. We'll probably not have every single thing because we have a 10 by 10 space, so there's no way we can take everything with us. But we'll take your favorites if you need to, pick it up. And if there's something in particular you want, we're going to be in Mobile. Be sure to email info and let info at Maymay Made It know you need to pick up, if you need to refill your glue or something and you want us to bring it to you, let us know. We do our best.
Yes, we do. What about Texas in July?
Texas is in July. If you want to learn about wreath making.
You said it correct.
Wreath making.
Wreath.
Very good.
You gotta put the
if you want to learn about wreath making, we're going to have a wreath workshop. and a meet and greet. You can come meet us there. We won't be selling product there. We won't have a pop-up store or anything, but we will have a meet and greet for you guys. That's free. The workshop is free. You don't need to sign up. They're going to have 100 chairs. I can't imagine we'll fill up 100 seats.
I bet we do.
I hope we do. I hope I get to hug 100 necks. That'd be awesome. And that's just, how many days till that? That's like, what, 3 weeks?
It's next month.
Yeah.
It's July, so.
Yeah, but we're like almost to July. So come to that if you can. It's in Arlington, Texas. Decorators Warehouse. They have the coolest stuff.
And
I'm excited.
They're opening next weekend.
Right. I think they open in July. Yeah. First week of July. So we're excited to get to start to do our Christmas in July and be out there. I'm so excited about that. I can't stand it.
Is it next weekend? I saw something on Facebook from them. Gosh, I can't remember. It's either July 4th weekend or the weekend after that they're going to open back up.
We're going to be there pretty early in their opening. You know, they close to revamp. They close to redo for the holidays. I'm excited to see the new changes and the new products.
It's going to be crazy.
I'm going to have a ball. I'm taking Amanda because I want her to see it all.
Are we going to take the trailer so we can bring back what you buy?
No. We have the bed of the truck. Last year, though, we could have used the trailer because we ended up buying Mom a Christmas tree. It was so funny. We were out there and we were showing the Christmas trees, and my mom is on the phone to Vince going, "Oh my gosh, I want that Christmas tree." And it was funny because we ended up getting her one while we were there. Their Christmas trees, by the way, you have to go there to buy them. They don't ship them. But they had, 10-year warranties or something? And I'll give you all the details when we get there. But you can go have your trees serviced at their location.
Elizabeth says July 5th, so maybe that's when it is that it opens.
Cool. That makes sense. After the 4th. That makes sense. We love that family. We love that family. They are the sweetest people out there. So Kristen, and she's the manager of the store. She's who I talk to, and she'll be, helping us out and getting us all set up. I can't wait to see them again. I just love that little family. I love the store.
It's really neat, the kinship that we've made with people, so that's really cool too.
It's cool. All right, guys, unless there's any more questions, you're supposed to be watching. I don't have my computer, so if he missed anything, it's his fault.
Yeah, well, it could be. I'm going to blame it on the allergy.
Okay, blame it on your cold medicine.
Blame it on my allergies.
I don't know what that was. You don't either.
Blame it on the rain?
No, it wasn't.
Blame it on the rain.
It wasn't.
It was, too.
Okay.
Little Milli Vanilli. My lip sync version. Get off this thing.
I love you guys. I hope you had a good time. I hope you enjoyed the paper cut. Hey, listen. If you make these projects, please come share them with us over on our Facebook group. This is my favorite thing to see. I am not making this up. Every time I make a craft, somebody within the next hour to 2 hours will already have one made and posted, and I love that. So please do that. This guy right here, all of you that watch today should go make one of these and then post a photo of it because it's super easy. And by the way, if you don't have popsicle sticks or whatever these are, just use some chipboard and cut it into a strip. It'll work just the same. You don't have to use what you got. And then when you post it, tell us how you used what you had to get the same effect. I love that. I want to see what you guys are making. So share with us on our Facebook group, which is called Maymay Made It, and so did I. Also, if you don't follow us on Instagram, why not? Instagram is so fun because it's just an easy feed. You can follow me, which is Maymay Made It. I'm Maymay Made It everywhere. You can follow Vinny's Vittles. And sometimes we do things on Instagram because it's easier to just snap a photo and throw it up on Instagram. And sometimes things live on Instagram better. Like if I put stuff on Facebook, they don't always make sense. But a quick snapshot of something. So follow us on Instagram. And sometimes, and I'm trying to do those Instagram stories, kind of behind the scenes stuff. Because I think that's fun and it's so easy because I can just hold the button and boom, it's a story.
There you go.
I hadn't figured out the Facebook stories yet. I should try that too. I'll try. But go check us out on social media. Follow us around the world. Follow us around whatever we're doing.
It'll be crazy.
We love you guys. We're going to head out. And hopefully Thursday events will sound better. And hopefully we'll have the piano card ready for you guys to do. Love you. Have a great afternoon.
See ya.